bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
¿Y eso qué viene?
Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
I was going on about the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, when I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I mean, I hope to be... I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
Ajá,
What have
vale.
you got in mind, Holmes? You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No.
No, out of curiosity. We will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys.
Muy listo, señor Holmes. Muy listo. Vale, me has dejado aquí, en medio. A ver si es está aquí.
Staff cloak
Perfecto. Vale, sí, ese está aquí. Muy listo, señor Holmes. Muy listo.
closed.
Es verdad, se me ha olvidado poner las llaves. Sí, con el abrigo no puedo hacer mucho. Entonces no es... Ah, que tengo dos llaves, 3 llaves. Vale. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que todo el mundo tiene la misma chaqueta que Sherlock Holmes o qué? Mira, mira, es idéntica, igual. Madre mía. A ver, esta de aquí ya cuál es.
Miss Patterson's locker.
Vale. Y es la llave que tengo de aquí.
Closed.
Ah, no. Entonces como...
Miss Patterson.
Que sí, pesado. Ya, se ha perdido la llave.
Miss.
Pues no puedo hacer nada, Mr. Patterson. A ver, vamos a poner la vista tercera persona. Ahí estamos. Esto no se puede. Pero, a ver, mierda, no. Ahí, está aquí.
Here is Brighton's locker.
Vale. ¿Qué hay dentro? ¿Qué hay dentro? ¿Qué hay dentro?
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach caused by stress, without a doubt.
Bueno, no sé si sería el...
Bicarbonate.
No sé.
The name on the key is Jenny Patterson. That is interesting.
Ese tío esconde algo.
I need some.
I need something. Verdad, perdona. Vale, para atrás. Este tío esconde algo, chicos, y no me gusta nada. ¿Cómo lo hace?
Let us examine Miss Patterson's locker.
Ay, pillín, pillín.
The lock on this box
Anda.
is rather sophisticated.
Incredible. Is Jenny hiding something?
Pero a ver. Vale, creo que más o menos sé cómo... Sé cómo pillarlo. Lo único... Lo único que... A ver. Esto para abajo, esto para aquí. ¡Perfecto!
It's really very
¡Perfecto!
clever. Little Jenny is astonishing.
No, el genio soy yo, no te jode. ¿Eh? Jenny Patterson, Fran Brighton, un solo corazón con 2 almas en amor eterno. ¡Ay, qué bonito!
A locket sealing the relation between Jenny and Warden Brighton. Decidedly, this boy is not a great poet.
Querida Jenny, casémonos. ¿Qué más dan las consecuencias? Tu padre tendría que aceptar el hecho de que estamos enamorados. Piensa en el bebé. Uy. Y no lo olvides. Te quiero. Vale, te he escrito un poema, joder. Jenny Patterson, tu corazón bate al son del peso de mi amor. No habrá fin para este candor. Siempre nos querremos los dos. Bueno. Me inspiré en los grandes poetas chinos para escribirlo. No, y tan chino que es. Valor, tortola mía, tu Frankie.
A letter from Brighton to Jenny. Barely literate.
Apparently, Jenny is carrying Brighton's child, and it seems that Jenny's father, the director, is unaware of this.
Hoja de servicio. Guardia del sótano O'Sullivan. Recepción Brighton. Al cargo de la sala de seguridad Mackenzie. Coordinación James, jefe de guardias.
Here is the famous guard duty list. Interesting.
me quedo un momento callado porque creo que más o menos ya sé, porque el otro nos ha dicho que lleva muchísimo tiempo como si dijéramos ahí, porque claro, al no poner la tabla, él siempre se quedaba allí, pero no creo. Vamos a poner... ¿Tengo la tabla yo aquí? Ah, no, creo que tengo que ir a dársela a ella. Espera, antes no sé si tengo que hablar con este. Vamos a probarlo. ¡Tú! Macareno. Pues no. ¿Me pongo la vista en primera persona mejor? ¡Vámonos! Tú, Almudena. No llores más.
We
Ya
have
tengo...
found the guard duty cards, miss. If you like, I can go and discreetly give them to the guards.
Oh, thank you. You've got me out of a lot of trouble, Mr. Holmes.
Y más que eso, chica. Oh. A ver si puedo hacer una... Vale. No, no puedo. ¡Joder! ¡Ay, Dios! Espera, un momento. One second. Pues nada. Estoy intentando mirar cómo puedo girar más rápido la cámara, pero se ve que no puedo girar más rápido la cámara. ¡No! Me he equivocado de botón. Ay, Dios. Oh, otra vez me he equivocado de botón. A ver... ¡Hombre, Watson! ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estamos? A ver, la puerta te atraviesa y tú no puedes... Ah, venga, entra. Watson trolling. Siempre desde tiempos inmemorables. Vamos, que nos vamos. ¿La tengo yo aquí? No.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes, you can't go into the basement for the moment.
¿Por qué?
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. You must enter a new security code.
Do it then.
Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard duty list yet. Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
La tengo yo.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see, we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
¡Pero que la tengo! Pues dale.
We have found Chief Warden James's duty list.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Let's see. O'Sullivan, it's you who takes over from Mackenzie. Take note of the code, please, and unblock the door.
At once, Chief. Ah, Mr. Holmes, could I ask you for a favour?
Please do.
I think I can say on behalf of all the staff that we would be honoured if you would care to write something in our guest book.
With pleasure, O'Sullivan.
Uh-oh.
You seem worn out, O'Sullivan. A good night's sleep would do you good.
A good night's sleep would do me good. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Is something worrying you?
As you know, Westgate Prison will soon be demolished, and I'm spending most of my nights studying for my exam to join the police. You understand, I have to think about my future. So sleep isn't a priority at the moment.
Scotland Yard is always looking for young, competent and motivated men. Would a letter of recommendation from me allow you to get some sleep?
What? A letter from Mr. Sherlock Holmes recommending me for Scotland Yard? Are you quite serious?
Completely serious, my young friend. May I use this writing paper? The one on your desk.
1,000 thanks, Mr. Holmes. 1,000 thanks.
It is addressed to Inspector Baines, a good friend of mine. There's no need to remind you that it must be opened only by the person to whom it is addressed.
Yes, of course. I'll give it to him personally. Thank you again, Mr. Holmes.
El señor Holmes es un poco cabrón.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Porque lo está haciendo todo con la pluma del Hans Schielmann. Es decir, si la pluma está envenenada, todo el mundo se está quedando envenenado ahora mismo. ¡Qué cabrón! ver qué nos cuenta el matarrats.
Well,
Venga, toma su pluma.
you have what you wanted. Your precious pen.
You seem annoyed, Mr. Holmes. I would even go so far as to say terribly worried.
Why should you care, Mr. Schielmann? Let's talk about that poison.
I am not talking about you in the grip of natural emotions found in ordinary people who are confronted by the inexplicable. But as for Mr. Holmes, you are embarrassed, aren't you? Are you hiding something?
That is enough, Schielmann.
You have kept your word. Therefore, I will keep mine. At this moment, the poison which so interests you isn't finished yet. Its maker is encountering great difficulties in attaining the desired results.
What is the end result?
Now, Mr. Holmes, the end result of any science, as Descartes once said, to become the master and owner of nature. Here we are talking about human nature, of course, but the creator's problem isn't so much the mixture as the durability of his creation.
What do you mean?
You see, this poison was made using rare but very volatile short-living compounds, which means that it is only possible to produce small quantities, which most importantly do not keep for a long time. Conceiving such a product in a laboratory especially built for the purpose could be achieved by any good chemist. But recopying this alchemy on another scale and keeping it ready at any moment, observing the particular conservation and storing conditions that a substance of this type requires, well, that would need a genius. I doubt if the creator of this mixture would be capable.
And you would be, of course.
Of course.
Luckily, you are going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Luck is cyclical. It always comes around again, sooner or later. As far as I am concerned, I have the feeling that the cycle is going to be very short.
Holmes, it sounds to me as though this Schielmann is implying that an escape attempt will be made.
Yes, we must go and warn the director.
No sé para qué te das la vuelta si pulso para adelante. No, da igual. Paso a hablar con ese tío. Vamos a la caída. Venga, ojetes, que os vaya bien el veneno. Lo tira para... ¡Oh!
It is out of the question that your bastard is named Patterson. Very well. You refuse to reveal the father to me? Well, then go and join him. I'm not stopping you.
I can't.
Director, you will have to postpone this small family reunion. We believe that a serious scheme is afoot. We must act without delay.
You're not thinking of...
Yes, Schielmann's words leave no room for doubt. It seems that he is planning an escape attempt. We strongly advise you to search his cell.
Do you really believe that he's hiding something? Because I must make an official report and have a legitimate reason for doing a search.
Director, if this prison is still in operation, it is solely because of its reputation. Think of the consequences of an escape. It would be closed at once. And what post do you imagine would be offered to the person deemed responsible?
You're right. No one will escape from Westgate under Patterson. I will order an immediate search of Mr. Schielmann's cell.
Chief Warden James reporting. The search of prisoner Hans Schielmann's cell has been carried out. No suspicious items were found.
Thank you, Chief James. I feel better now. Without wishing to offend you, Mr. Holmes, I am glad that you were mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, we've nothing more to do here. Shall we go, Holmes?
There's just one more thing for me to see, Watson.
What's that?
Mr. Holmes, sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Jenny wishes to see you alone. She's waiting for you in her office.
This, Watson.
How did you know?
Wait for me in the guard's room. I won't be long.
What an extraordinary gentleman that Sherlock Holmes is. You must have had lots of adventures with him.
Oh, yes, dozens.
Thought he was infallible, but there wasn't anything out of the way in the rat killer's cell. Could he have been mistaken?
I must admit,
Warden Brighton, in my office immediately. That's an order.
the director seems furious.
¡Lo han pillado!
Yes. It must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal. I've never heard Flint shout like that.
But why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan, can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guard's room. That should unblock the door. Be quick. O'Sullivan might be in danger.
It doesn't work. Locked.
A ver,
It doesn't work.
vale. ¿Y cómo hago para sonarla? Vamos, Watson. Continuará. ¿Cómo...?